Whenever there is an outbreak of any viral disease, children are the most vulnerable groups. It is probably because they don't know how to take care of themselves. Hello everyone, this is your host Sunanda and you are watching NewsMeter. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how we can protect our younger ones from monkeypox.
Monkeypox is making a havoc in all the other countries. In Indian scenario, also it do causes some problems at the center level, and we have a suspected case in India too. So coming to the question proper, like how well the monkeypox is affected to the children. Yes, like any adults, we do see that even the children are vulnerable for the monkeypox. First, we have to understand how this is transmitted. So this is basically transmitted from the skin to skin contact with the infected person, or suppose if you are using a beddings, sharing cloths or sharing towels or utensils with the infected persons, the children also do get a monkeypox. So this is how the transmittability, and very rarely we do see a transmission from the respiratory droplet. So suppose somebody is coughing or something like that, but that transmission is very rare, like in the sense like how the COVID is transmitted through the cough and all. Like that, the monkeypox transmission is little rare with the cough, but more so with the skin to skin contact with the infected person. See, for any disease to prevent, there has to be vaccine. So yes, currently there is no licensed vaccine for the monkeypox, but we have some vaccine which proves effective against the monkeypox. But only thing is, like suppose if the person is affected, we have to isolate that person till we get a investigation done. If it's positive, then we isolate him for a period of 2 weeks, because the transmissibility is for 2 weeks. That means if the person is affected, he can transmit the virus through the skin or contact up to 2 weeks, till that whatever the lesions are there, skin lesions heals off. So only thing is prevention is from isolating the infected person. And yes, we do have a vaccine, but it is not proven 100% against the monkeypox. We can give them shots for a prevention.
Is it true?
Yeah, it's an important question actually, in fact. So what the CDCs or a WHO in fact says that the person affected less than 8 years rather than a 5 years, if the person is affected less than 8 years, so we do recommend an antiviral medication that has to be given to the babies. And definitely there are a little bit immunocompromised in the newborn period, like first 6 months, what we call it as the antibodies are not developed against any problem, any for that matter, any other diseases. So less than 6 months, definitely they are more vulnerable, and up to 8 years also they are more vulnerable. That is the reason we give antiviral medications for those kids. So definitely there is an increased risk. But having said that, if the symptoms are very mild, it can be treated with a symptomatic treatment. But as of now, today, I mean, there is no death causing in a monkeypox in children. So hopefully, it is a mild variety. What we supposed to be listening with the other countries and all.
All right, sir. So we had smallpox earlier, we had chickenpox earlier. So does it is said that smallpox vaccination is actually helpful towards monkeypox as well. So does it has any credibility again?
Yeah, actually, the virus which causes monkeypox is similar to that of a smallpox. So what they have tried is the vaccine against the smallpox has to be given to the babies who are exposed, or for a prevention for that matter in epidemic areas. If you give that vaccine, yes, because of the virus similar, so our body produces some antibodies. So that will prevent chickenpox. For that, sorry, it is a monkeypox. But the thing that there is no licensed vaccine against the monkeypox. It is only a case-to-case basis, or there are some data from the UK and African countries where they have shown that it is 85% effective against the monkeypox if you give a smallpox vaccine. Fever will be there with other viruses. Like other viruses, we do have a fever. So definitely monkeypox also has a fever, is the most predominant symptom. So the typical is a rash, right? So earlier we used to see in a monkeypox, there are some lymph nodes, what we call it as lymph nodes in the body, they get enlarged. But in the current outbreak in 2022, what we see is the lymph nodes are not much enlarged, but it is only a skin rashes. Like a typical skin rashes, initial to begin with red dots, then they'll be filled with the fluid, then there is a pus formation, so all over the body. So this is how the initial to begin with. So it depends on the where the lesion is. Suppose if it is in an eye, so it can cause a eyelid swelling. Suppose it is in a gut, they can have a diarrhea. Suppose if it is in an oral cavity. So what happens is in oral cavity, they tend to have a lot of cough and they tend to have a difficulty in swallowing. So the typical to begin with, there will be fever, prodromal symptom like cough, cold, and rashes. Typically, it evolves over a period of time till the lesions are subsided. Like there is a black color HR formation. After that, the vaccine is no longer, I mean, the virus is no longer spread to the other bodies. So these are the routine symptoms. Yes, there are some reports of causing a brain infection. There are some reports of causing a genital infection and all. Those are very rare. So it is only like any other flu vaccine. Because why we are stressing so much on monkeypox is because you can't differentiate between other virus induced diseases. Like we have the now the rampant is going on is hand foot mouth disease. So that also will cause us hand lesions, skin lesions, oral lesions, and something called as chickenpox. Chickenpox also do has the same lesions. So it is very difficult to differentiate between these two or these 3-4 viruses. It's only an epidemic. Suppose if the end of the epidemic disease is there, you just get a blood drawn, send for a testing. If it is turned out to be positive, then treat accordingly. So as earlier I said, like less than 6 months, no, there are not much antibodies which are produced. So little bit they are immunocompromised. It is not a definitely term to begin with, but yes, they don't have antibodies to fight against all the infections. So they are little immunocompromised. So during that period, if the babies, newborns, or for that matter, infants up to 6 months of age, they get exposed. So we give something called as vaccine for them also, like same what I told was a smallpox vaccine. So to boost up immunity, as of now, we don't have any, I mean, medicines or for that matter, any maneuver to increase the immunity. It's only a natural immunity which fights against the viruses. Yes, we do have some vaccines which can produce antibodies to fight against the monkeypox. But in a immunocompromised child, like suppose if the baby is suffering from a HIV, or for that matter any other serious chronic illness, so in that situation there are little the immunocompromised child, the monkeypox can lead to some serious diseases. But otherwise in general to date, we haven't seen any deaths from the monkeypox in the children. But hopefully it's a mild variety. Hopefully we'll get over with antibodies and vaccinations.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Indeed, this session was informative for all of us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.